Ho ho ho, Merry Christmas! Thank you for clicking play on this special edition of the Coolbeans Report. Before we begin, I just want to wish you all a Merry Christmas. How or whether you celebrate it, it doesn't matter. I just hope you enjoy the time with friends and family. Remember though, don't drink and drive. And wipe your bum properly when you've finished. On we go to this special holiday / Total Nonstop Deletion episode of your favourite report that has the word Coolbeans in the title. So we start the highly anticipated Total Nonstop Deletion episode of Impact with a news report from Cameron, North Carolina, announcing death, doom and destruction. These news bulletins were a regular occurrence throughout this show, and I thought they were great. I thought they were really good. A nice little feature that I just didn't expect. We head to the Broken Ring as Broken Matt, Brother Nero and Senor Benjamin are in the ring, welcoming us to Total Nonstop Deletion. The Broken family gets interrupted by Rockstar Spud, who challenges King Maxwell to a match. Really cool promo this by Spud, saying that King Maxwell is more over already than Rockstar Spud has ever been. Thought that was really funny. So the match kicks off. King Maxwell in his Impact Wrestling in-ring debut versus Rockstar Spud in a no disqualification match. Immediately, Senor Benjamin tasers Rockstar Spud and King Maxwell covers Spud for the win. King Maxwell is now 2-0 and closing in on Goldberg's record of 173 wins in a row. Just 171 to go now, Maxwell. Come on, buddy, you can do it. Awesome to see Disco Inferno backstage, sounding suspiciously like Manny from Ice Age. Great to see Disco Inferno, one of the most underrated talent of the 90s. We head to the outskirts of North Carolina now. We see the Helms Dynasty arrive in their truck. Gregory Shane Helms says, "Stand back, I'm coming through." Nice little nod to a character that we may see later on. Another arrival now for Tag Team Apocalypso. This time it's the legendary Rock and Roll Express. Broken Matt welcomes them with the offer of some vegetables and some green beans, but they turn it down. You know, they're after some beer, some man stuff. Back to the ring now as Sienna is in the ring. She challenges anyone in the world to a match. Out comes Vanguard 1 in a hilarious spot. The referee throws out Vanguard 1 because we can't have a female versus a drone match, not an Impact. So Vanguard 1 gets thrown out. Sienna becomes more specific with their challenge and challenges any person. Out comes a returning ODB. Now, I was never really ODB's biggest fan, but it's still cool to see her back in an Impact Wrestling ring. Sienna wins after hitting ODB in the back with a chair, and Sienna is now your new #1 contender for the Knockouts title. This is real cool for me. I think Sienna and Rosemary could have some good matches going forward. Not sure if this means we're looking at a face turn for one of the two. I'm not sure, I guess we'll see, but either way, some good matches to look forward to here. Another cool promo between the Helms Dynasty and Matt Hardy now. The chemistry that Matt and Gregory Shane Helms have here is just phenomenal. I think that you can tell that these two are really good buddies. Back to in-ring action now as Itchweed makes his Impact Wrestling debut versus Jobber McJobberson. Itchweed wins after that crazy table spot. Pretty simple match, nothing really that special, but it was still fun to see Itchweed in the ring. I'm digging this character, pretty cool, from the mind of the crazy Jeff Hardy. World title match now inside the Broken Ring. The Destroyer Lashley versus the champion Eddie Edwards. This was a good match with a couple of great spots. The first being Lashley throwing Eddie Edwards into the fans, which was awesome. And then the second awesome spot being the spear through the wall or the door, whatever that was. The fight goes into the woods. It's a no contest. Okay, Tag Team Apocalypso next, main event time. The Broken Hardys, the Helms Dynasty, the Rock and Roll Express and Decay all come to the ring. As the warning sounds and alarm bells start to ring, indicating that Apocalypso has now begun. This match was crazy. It was 35 minutes of just non-stop ridiculousness in a good way. We had firework wars, fights in moving vehicles, whole bunch of guys ready for war, murders. Yes, Crazy Steve murdered somebody. That escalated quickly, right? In the midst of all the firework wars and the murders, we cut to Rockstar Spud, who was claiming to be really happy with his big partner, kind of indicating that it may have been Ryback, I think, unless that was just me, I'm not sure. Anyway, his big guy partner arrives. It turns out to be none other than Vince McMahon's illegitimate son, Hornswoggle, who drops the horn now. He's just Swoggle. As we switch back to the battle between the Dynasty and the Hardys, looks like the Dynasty may be about to eliminate the Hardys when that Dan Rascal Boat Skarsgård breaks up the pin. He's always getting involved in matches. He needs to be thrown out or something, that rascal. So the Dynasty take it upon themselves to attack Skarsgård. He had it coming. Helms gets thrown into the Lake of Reincarnation and resurfaces as the new 3 count. Hey, if you don't know or remember 3 count, then that's on you. 3 count wasn't just an angle. 3 count was a way of life. So the new 3 count bust out some moves. Nice Alex Wright dance there, Andrew Everett. Shane Helms seems to lose his cool and tell Everett and Lee that they're not quite good enough and they're not quite as good as the old 3 count, the original 3 count. So Everett and Lee super kick Helms back into the Lake of Reincarnation. As we switch back to the ring, and this time it's Jeff and Matt going up against the Rock and Roll Express. Somehow Jeff Hardy and Ricky Morton end up in the sky in cherry pickers, which of course Jeff Hardy jumps off, misses, ouch. Ricky Morton gets stuck. I think he's still up there to this minute. I'm pretty sure he's still up there. All the while this is all going on, we still have Lashley and Eddie Edwards fighting in the woods. This is still going on. Nobody can break these 2 guys up. We see a brilliant cameo from Animal, one half of one of the greatest tag teams of all time. Sorry, New Day, but they're a little bit better than you. We cut to the gates where James Storm has arrived. He's not alone. He's brought a bunch of guys who are as useful as a foot-flavoured lollipop. They proceed to get eliminated within seconds until this AJ Styles wannabe comes to help James Storm. Great line here from this AJ Styles guy. I'm not sure if it's even supposed to be AJ Styles, but it sounds like him, looks like him. But he says to James Storm, "You know me, I'm DCC, sour me." I thought that was just a great line. So the DCC get eliminated. James Storm's not too pleased about it. So we switch back to your traditional wrestling on a volcano, and then boom, the whole thing explodes, everyone goes flying. As we head back to the Lake of Reincarnation, and here is Hurricane. He saves Matt, indicating a split of the Helms Dynasty, I would imagine. Matt and Hurricane then come up with probably the best line ever. I don't need to repeat it, I'm sure you've seen thousands of memes of it by now, but it was just epic, such a good line. So when all the madness and chaos is done, when all the smoke has settled, the Broken Hardys retain the tag team titles. They're still the champions. They are now officially the greatest tag team in all of space and time, as Matt Hardy proclaims that all 6 of the Broken family will rebuild the land, until Rebby says, "Don't you mean all 7? So major congratulations to those 2 there. May have a new generation Hardy Boys, guys. 20 years time, new TNA Tag Team Champions. Overall, I really enjoyed this show. Was it perfect? No, it wasn't perfect, but it was very, very entertaining, which is what it was meant to be. I was a little disappointed with no Young Bucks and no Ring of Honor talent at all. I kind of question what are TNA getting out of this deal, allowing Matt Hardy to go to Ring of Honor for that final battle appearance. There's got to be something that TNA get in return for that. My only other little gripe is that, and this may be my fault for expecting too much, but I kind of expected a couple of bigger names. I mean, the Bravado Brothers are cool and all, but they're not ratings winners, are they? And I think it was a bit of a poor show for the DCC. If you're really trying to build these guys up as monsters and people that could legitimately take over the company, I'm not sure that having James Storm alone with a bunch of jobbers who get defeated in seconds is probably the best way forward. But apart from that, great show. Amazing job by everybody involved. Kudos to TNA. If this is the way forward for TNA, then I'm going to be happy. This is so unique, so fresh. It's something that nobody else is doing right now. The closest thing is Lucha Underground, but I don't know, this is just great. I love it. So, great show, and that's that. If you check out social media over the last couple of days, I think you can see the success that it's been. And that's the difference between checking social media after Impact and checking social media after Raw or SmackDown. So much positivity after an Impact show, not so much after a Raw or SmackDown show. And that's the difference, guys. That is the difference. People are happy while watching TNA. So, I, for one, look forward to 2017. Let's see what else TNA can do. And that'll do it for this episode of the Coolbeans Report. thank you for clicking play. I will be uploading these every Monday, so feel free to hit the subscribe button. Follow me on Twitter at MJ_Coolbeans, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. See ya.